What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Drew Hoover, and today we'll be talking about the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Not only a rematch of earlier in the regular season, but also a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. This will be an amazing game to watch. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please click that subscribe button. Also, if you have any graphic design needs, Anthony Garcia is your man. His link is in the description below, www.anthonygarciadesign.com. And I have to start off by talking about the Buffalo Bills and also listing off the countless achievements by the Buffalo Bills against the New England Patriots in the wild card. First of all, the overall team stats, man. The Buffalo Bills scored a touchdown on every drive. They're the first team in NFL history to not punt, not attempt a field goal, and not turn over the ball. 8 drives, 7 touchdowns, and then obviously the end of the game. They had more touchdowns than they had third down attempts. That is insane. And what's more insane is Josh Allen's stats. He had more touchdowns than incompletions. He had a 157.6 passer rating, second only to Peyton Manning when he had a perfect 158.3 in 2004. Also, his total QBR was 98.5. That is the highest QBR in the history of the stat. The record was set by Tom Brady 14 years ago. You talk about, he is the first player in NFL history to have 5 passing touchdowns, complete 80% of his passes or more, and have 50 rushing yards in a single game. He's also the first quarterback in NFL playoff history with 300 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, and 60-plus rushing yards. The Buffalo Bills came to play against the New England Patriots, and honestly, things are going their way. When you talk about, like I said, their ability to establish a run with Devin Singletary, talk about maximizing the weapons with Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, Dawson Knox, the tight end, and also you got to give credit to that defense, specifically the #1 ranked pass defense. You talk about a defense that's able to get to the quarterback. You're talking about be able to defend the pass despite no Tre'Davious White. It is a great accomplishment for the Buffalo Bills, and they have a huge obstacle in their way to get to the Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Last week was just, it was ridiculous watching Kansas City score constantly against the Pittsburgh Steelers. You talk about Patrick Mahomes having 4,839 passing yards this year and 37 touchdowns, and both Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce received for over 1,000 yards, and both had 9 touchdowns apiece. You talk about the contribution to the running game from Darrell Williams and also Jerick McKinnon in the last 2 games. You also talk about that defense that even though they still allow big plays and a lot of points, they always seem to show up in big situations and cause turnovers, but that will leave an area of weakness for the Kansas City Chiefs. When you talk about early in the year when they were allowing over 30 points a game to teams like the Ravens and the Chargers, and now you're facing a Buffalo Bills team that are coming in hot. And also this Kansas City's pass rush isn't the same either. Even though you still have Frank Clark and Chris Jones, the sack totals aren't there either. So, who do I believe is going to win? Who's going to end up going to the AFC Championship game? It's hard not to imagine Kansas City in an AFC Championship game. They've done it for 3 straight years. But I will say it ends this weekend. The Buffalo Bills will have revenge against the Kansas City Chiefs and take a trip to the AFC Championship game, either to host the Cincinnati Bengals or to travel to Tennessee to face the Tennessee Titans. I believe the final score is going to be, let's say, 38-32, the final score. And so this has been my preview for the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. It's going to be the last game of the divisional round weekend. It should be a great conclusion to a great weekend. I am your host, Drew Hoover, and have a good day, everybody.